Okay, you action figure enthusiasts, we are back one more time. It's me, your host, Hebot, and this is another episode of Toys in My Closet. And as you see in front of me and in front of you, I have another DC Multiverse from Mcfarlane Toys unboxing and obviously overlooked and sort of a review. I found the Bat-raptor, and as you can see, I got my hands on the Batman Who Laughs, which is based off a comic offshoot of Batman in the universe, where I think Batman turns evil, but I'm looking at him more as a villain in the Batman universe that's kind of unified with something like the Joker, or even something like Pinhead from Hellraiser. But anyway, he comes in the same type of motif of the boxing, of the box, or have the same motif to keep the consistency for those that like to keep their, figures in, mint on card. And you see they both have bubble window openings, so you can see the products right from the bubble itself. And, inside the plastic, as you can see. And we'll check out here real quick. Take a look at the Batman Who Laughs Batman packaging. You'll see and notice that he is a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger in the box, because the box has obviously the Build-A-Figure or Built to Connect Batmobile, which would be the last piece I needed. And he looks pretty cool in packaging. He looks really cool in person too. And here is, Batman Who Laughs on the bottom, DC Multiverse, the Built to Connect Batmobile, as you see there. It says it right on the side. Batman Who Laughs. Again here, the Batman Who Laughs. Once again, see if we can get it to. There you go, focus. DC Multiverse there. The top is just open. Then we turn them around and you see that artwork from the comic book in which the source material of this figure is coming from. And as you can see right there, it says Batman Who Laughs on top. It says the third piece from the Build-A Batmobile. Then here in the bottom, we have the three figures that come in this wave. And you see it says collect them all, which is also Nightwing and Batgirl. And we have a picture, promotional shot of what the Batmobile looks like in the back. The social media where you can find Mcfarlane and his crew, and obviously DC and Warner Brothers property of them. So that picture is really cool and wicked looking. Has a very evil look and sinister. So we take a look at that. And then, as you can see here, with the Bat-raptor, it's quite big, so I had to switch the camera back pretty far. It takes almost the whole length of the area in the spot. It's pretty wide in, as far as width. This is what it looks like on the top, and width. It's pretty nice. It's pretty wide. It's a pretty big vehicle. Now, be honest, for the price point of $24.99, and I got it in GameStop. Obviously, this is Bat-raptor there. It says Multiverse on there. Then on the other side again, it says Bat-raptor, and then in the back, as you can see, it shows a picture of the source material of where it comes from to the artwork from the comic. As you can see it right there, it has the Harley Quinn card there. Obviously the other promotional shots for everyone else. I still would like to get my hands on the Hellbat and the Superman Unchained, and I think I'll be done with this wave. And there's just nothing really in the bottom. So what I was trying to say is, to be honest with you, for the size of this vehicle, I got it at GameStop for $29.99. Its retail price is at $24.99 if you get it from Target or Walmart or even Amazon. But I had a coupon and some extra stuff, so I really didn't pay full price. I ended up paying, I think, something like in the price range of probably, I would say, maybe, I want to say about $22, I think, after tax too. So it wasn't too bad for the price that it costs. Honestly, this vehicle is humongous, and the quality I think that it brings to the table. If this is an indication of what he can do, if he makes like a Batmobile down the line, or a Batjet, or a Batcycle, we're in for a very nice and big treat. Mcfarlane, I think, understands what to do to make toys. It's just his execution. Since he stood away from being like more toyetic with the articulation and play features, and as a whole, you know, with his toy lines usually remain a little more static based, more about the sculpt, the paint job, and not really about the play value or even the articulation. He's still got a little ways to go, but already with this wave, he's proven that he has what it takes and that he's going to give it his all. And I think we're all in for a big treat, to be honest. Especially with, you know, stuff like Fortnite still coming, the other My Hero Academia still things coming, the Mortal Kombat stuff coming. It's going to be, woof, the wallets are going to be really hurting. But I think it's going to be for all in good fun. So, with that being said, I'm going to take a quick pause, and we'll come back and take a look at Batman Who Laughs first. So stay tuned and sit tight. So really fast, we're going to take a look at really fast and really quick at what accessories the Batman Who Laughs brought. And first and foremost, we'll start off with the third and final piece for me, and it is piece number 3, ironically or coincidentally, of the Batmobile to build it. So we'll be able to put that up together real quick, and hopefully it'll look pretty nice. This piece also looks really nice, again, with the weathered scars and scuffs and silver on the black paint, with that matte and sheen to it, making it look like a metal, even though it's plastic. Looks really good with the bat symbols there on the tires, and these are rubber tires, even though this is a plastic piece. And again, I think it's cool that Mcfarlane went a different route, so that you don't have to be forced to buy bigger waves with characters that you don't really appreciate or really want, just to build a figure that you might want. It's better to just put it in a bubble blister like this, where it fits, and you can just buy it separately and everybody can get their hands on them. Or like, shout outs to my boy T-Man 908. If they don't do something like a Batmobile and they add actual more accessories or more head swaps or more portraits, like different head sculpts or more hands for the weapons to pose in a different style, that would also be a plus. So, you know, either way, I think it'll work out in our favor. So then here's the standard plain, you know, Mcfarlane circle, what you call it, a stand with the DC logo, like every other line. Also very simple, but it's nice that he throws it in, because, you know, some figures give you a hard time, like I said before many times, to stand on your shelves, especially when you're putting them together. Though I would like it if he would actually give you the clear one, like the one that comes with this attachment with Superman. For those that don't fly, use the bottom part with the peg, and then the ones that do fly, like characters, like let's say if he does a Vision not a Vision, a Martial Manhunter in the future, you can give the extension of the neck to have the flying possibility, and that would be nice. So, but it's still nice that he throws that in there. Then we got his trading card, as you would call it, right? The nice thick, you know, quality stack card with the sheen. Batman Who Laughs, as you see there, right there, really nice portrait, really wicked looking. Nice art from the actual comic source. And then the bat file with the bios, where it says, like, born from the nightmares of the dark multiverse. The Batman Who Laughs is a hybrid version of the Batman and the Joker from Earth 22. You know, this gives you an idea. This twisted version of Batman was created when nanotoxins from the Joker heart were released into Bruce Wayne's bloodstream, causing the Dark Knight's perfect mind to merge with the warped psyche of the clown prince of crime. And you can read the rest, as you know. But pretty cool that they gave it a really cohesive and coherent storyline. I heard that the actual comic, series is really good. I never read it, but I wouldn't mind reading it one day because it sounds pretty interesting. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, we have his weapons, and that is first this really psychotic looking blade. This looks like something that you would see from a world and a universe and a character like a demented doctor or something from Hellraiser, like I said before. Nice weathering of rustiness on the blade. You can see it's silver. It's got that rusty look, like it's from aged, comes being from all those years. And then the handle has the black stains on them, the brown stain, even though it's black, the handle, like dirt. And the same thing with his other weapon, which is a little small cleaver that looks like a scythe. And, looking really nice. The only thing I think would have been nice for him to bring also would probably have been if he brought like a chainsaw. I think it would be very fitting for the style of character that he is. So that's his accessories. Now let's take a look at the Batman Who Laughs himself. And here he is in all of his glory, the Batman Who Laughs action figure. And he looks really, really amazing. And he feels really nice. The quality of him feels really nice. This is one of those things where, I've seen a lot of reviews where people were like, oh, he's cool looking and stuff like that, but he doesn't really move too much, and articulation is a little bit hindered. And that's why a lot of times I like to pick up figures myself just to see, because for me it might be a different experience and of discovery as well than for others. Not to knock away and take away from anybody's review, because people's reviews are always special and important and insightful and fun, because everybody's interpretation and thoughts and opinions are always, interesting, especially when it's different, because it should be that way. Each of these figures should give us a different impression and impact every time we lay our hands on it in a different way individually. We should not all feel the same about every figure, and that's what makes it special and unique. So let's take a closer look. And in his case, I think that he's really, really one of the best figures from the series and the line, even though he seems hindered and seems limited. As you can see there, first, his head sculpt is extremely crazy looking. He's got a very wet and slimy look to his face and his mouth area and his lips, like it's in flesh tone, like it was like skin under the skin, or the meat under his skin. He has this really funkadelic mask with this spikes going around with bat ears to let you know that he's mimicking Batman, or that he is an evil Batman version, or evil Batman himself. Then he has this upper torso area with all a one-piece suit where it's all wrapped around, with buckles all over, with these stitches and staples and stuff, which looks very, very reminiscent to Pinhead, of Hellraiser, which, makes it look really crazy and kind of demonic and evil, but in a fun way as a figure form, obviously, because we don't celebrate bad things, obviously. And then we have the, sculpting of the wrinkles in the suit, buckles in his arm guard, on his forearm, his wrist, and the ball pegs are kind of hiding a little bit better so they don't look as noticeable. And then his pale white skin in his hands, as you can see, Very, very wide. Let's see if I can get it to. There it is. I think I can get it. Oh boy. I think I can get it. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I was really not reading it. It's kind of really hard for it to read it. Wow. There it is. See how it's very white and with detail. He looks like he has long fingers. Then you see the crotch area, which are his pants, weathering with all that weathering in it, and in that light dark blue tone, which looks bluer on camera than it does in person, to be honest. To give the illusion of the black with the blues, the lacing on the boots that go down with all that sculpting and detail on the boots in the bottom, the boots tracks, and you see that it has pegs in the bottom, and then he has the back skirt piece with tethered and ripples and cuts and rips, and it looks like it's billowing to the side with some wind, like he's walking. So he looks really, 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 really good. Now, as for his articulation, his head is on a double ball joint gimmick there, where you can see that there's this extra piece here separate right there. So it moves very efficient. So he looks down that much, which is a lot. He looks down that much. I think he could go down even more. And then he looks up. This much, which is a lot. And obviously he goes left and right. Tilt. And the head pops off the ball joint there. And he has tilt this side as well. So it comes off, but it's not like, it doesn't have like a loose fit the way that Johnny Cage did it. It felt like it was almost stripped and it didn't work. It just comes off because it's like he has a turtleneck underneath here. And this part here, this is like a turtleneck. And then you got this part here, which is the collar. But this is all very, very soft and pliable. Even the spikes on his mask. Then his arms go up that much, which is really good, better than the DC Essentials. Goes around 180 degrees. It's not hindered by this because this is very soft and pliable too. Then he has the butterfly joint that goes up and down, and it goes back and forth, as you can see. He's got the bicep swivel that looks really nice and hidden because of the wrinkles and details on his, on his collar or of his the oh my god, the coming down his arm, here's the double elbow, obviously, and then he's got the ball peg that goes up like that, and they're very tight, and down like this, and then in circular motion. And then he does have a very good waist swivel. Very good waist swivel. And then here is where people didn't push him, and he has a T-bone cut in there where one piece connects, sticks onto the part inside the crotch. Then it has a swivel thing that goes forward and backwards, and at the top it goes in a circular motion. So it's like he has like a ball joint on the top, like so. It moves like so. You can even tilt him, as you can see. He tilts this way, right? And he'll even tilt that way. Not much, but he does it. But here is how he can bend forward. You hold him here, and you hold him on the top, and you'll feel the joint bend inside. And it's not breaking. You just feel that, but look how much he can bend forward. And a lot of people are like, oh, he can't bend forward. Yes, he can. And he does it a lot. It's not breaking either. Look, then it's ratchety. And when you push him back, you can even see it in there the way it looks. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks... He can hyperextend that much as well. So it does it very efficient, very well. And you feel it when it's ratchetly moving, like I said. And then this is very pliable, so it doesn't hinder either. Now what he does not do, that's not common with the Mcfarlane, but he doesn't do it, I guess because of the scope, is he can't do a full-on split. That he can't do. That's as much as he splits. But that's alright, because he's not that type of character. He's not a martial artist. He's a, you know, just a crazy psychedelic psycho. Then here on the piece here, they put smaller pegs. You see all that gap you got there and over here? So, guess what? It makes the swivel very easy. Like I said, if you put it small, it swivels so you can turn it with no real, you know, no real problem. And it's like that on both sides, like I said. On both sides. So, really nice. And then, wow, he has the double. Let's lift this up. He has the double knee. And then here in the bottom he has the down this much, up that much. Then he has the toe pivot and the corner, left and right. And then he has forward pin rockers, as you can see. Okay, so his articulation for the type of character he is really, really good. It's not going to limit you whatsoever in doing what you need to do in any psychedelic posing. So now let me put him next to a couple other figures just to see what he looks like, and then we'll check out the Bat-raptor. And here we are. We have him surrounded by Nightwing, Batgirl, and Batman. So they look really nice together, and I think you guys are really going to like him a lot. He is a splendid addition. I didn't think a character that was so obscure and so different would be something that I would enjoy personally myself, because I like the characters just that look kind of cool, and that's pretty much the gist of it. But I'm so adapted also to the characters that are obscure and in the world of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, obviously, that I think kind of, you know, it's a mental thing at this point for me with this DC Mcfarlane line. So far I'm having fun, and I think they're great, man. I think they're really great. I'm just really excited to see what they're going to do for the, you know, the next wave, to be honest. So what we'll do is I'll bring in the piece I had real quick too, of the the Batmobile, the Build-A Batmobile, and I'll bring in the other piece, and I'll put it in to finally finalize it and finish building it. Hopefully it'll tab in from both sides. Yep, there it goes. So it's tabbed in very nicely, and it's very nice in size, believe it or not. It's a really nice size, you know, to see how exact the size is. Let's just take a quick look here with the ruler. Sorry. And it sits at about 6.5 inches. Yep, about 6.5 inches. So it's pretty nice in size. It's not too shabby. You can, you know, and like Mcfarlane said, if you did have a bunch of different Batmobiles and Bat jets and Bat cycles, I think it would be really, really nice, and it's going to look really interesting on your shelves. It looks really good. It has a lot of detail everywhere. Really, really nice. The bat in the back is really nice, nicely painted with that effect, you know, and in the top, it looks really cool. It's really, really dope. Really, really nice. I like it. So now, real quick, what we'll do is we'll take a quick look at the Bat-raptor. And here we go with the Bat-raptor out of packaging. And let me just start by saying that I don't know how well I'm going to be able to showcase this, because this piece is really, really big. And the area where I usually do stuff is not so big, but I'll try my best. Now I gotta tell you, this looks, side by side, this looks spectacular. As a kid, having a toy like this, even as a teenager collecting, having something like this, with this type of quality, with this type of care, at this type of price, when we were the ages of, like, let's say 15, 14, 13, or younger, or even a little older, this is jaw-dropping. I mean, I don't remember the last time that I can remember vehicles being this good in quality was probably with the 3.5-inch figures of G.I. Joe back in the day, and even some vintage He-Man stuff. You know, because they used to do really good vehicles. And you see, I put them next to Batman next to it, so you can see what it looks like standing side by side. Just like this alone, if you wanted to display it, would be really, really nice, I think, on a nice space in your shelf, in your collector's shelves, you know, with your other action figures. It just looks really good, and it rolls really nice. So what we'll do is first we'll look at the card. It comes with another card stack, trading card, which looks really, really dope. So you see it, the material's there. It's from an actual comic. It's a trike. So it's called the Bat-raptor. And as you see here, this is the source material data card, and it says there, the Bat-raptor is a state-of-the-art 3-wheeled, open-aired roadster built by the Dark Knight himself, powered by the mighty engine. This trike is able to make massive leaps, scale brutal terrains, and chase down the most evasive criminals. It also features a built-in grappling system and an emergency ejection seat. Really cool. Who doesn't want a cool vehicle for Batman? I mean, that's just comes with the territory. It's common sense, and so far it looks really good. If you really were, you know, teenager trading cars, this is really nice. Look, all together, really, really nice. They're going really nicely, really nice, high quality. So it's pretty cool that you get them too, you know, especially if you used to collect old baseball cards. So we're gonna take more look closely at the Bat-raptor, which is the trike, and as you can see, it's a nice combination, and I hope the lighting does it justice, of matte black with a lot of nice sheen and glossy black. These look like metal plates over it. It looks like the bat with the nice stain and tinted glass in red for that blood effect of a vampire. Then you see there the actual tire treads are all like bats in bat form. You see all this internal paint with weathering and staining on the brake pads, the axles holding the tire itself, and these are plastic tires. They're not made out of, they're not plastic, they're actual rubber tires. See all the attention to detail there. It's got some scuff marks like from driving in battle. As you can see there, you see nice weathering there, painting with the red hose for the ejection extension mechanism. Obviously the pipes there, as you can see there, and this nice silver painting has this nice silver painting outline in these areas here. You see, pretty hard to see, but that's actually painted in silver. Nice panel there, nice detail of a computer there. As you inside, you see they got little bat symbols on each side. Then the inside has a lot of little intricate detail sculpting, as you can see. Some subtle paints, stuff like that. And the screen, the way where he would lay down, and then in the back as well. I don't know. Yeah, you got some nice in-depth in there. Then you see the top part in the back with the nice gloss there with the matte. And then as you see there too, you see it almost looks like a bat as well when you have it standing like this. It looks like a Batman cowl. If you see it, it looks like the cowl of a bat in that way as well. Everything is bat themed for sure. Even the thought of how this was designed was really nice. A lot of love went into this. You can tell this detail here in the back, and then obviously the nice thick rims. That the spokes, if you look at them, look like the bat, like you would see the Bat-raptor. Again, the threads are like the form of bats as well. And then in the back, as you see there, the piping, the red, the orange effects, like it's gonna blow on fire with the weathering also. And then in the bottom, it's all painted and sculpted and weathered with really nice attention to detail, which they didn't have to do, but they did. You could tell that they wanted it to look pristine and really attract the kids that buy this and that want this and ask your parents for it. This is an amazing piece, and again, for $24.99 or even $29.99, you can't go wrong. And what it does is it extends and forward like so. If you go like that, it pulls like that first, and then you can extend this piece to go along with it, and now it looks even longer. And that's so that you can fit different size figures, because if they make Robin, more than likely it'll be shorter, and you can fit them in there if you just push it in. And even if you put like a smaller character, maybe like maybe Batgirl, it'll fit better this way. But you know, when you push it out, you can hold it from here and push it out all together too. But you have to do it from here, or you could do it like this: push this out first, and then push this out. So you can have it where it extends, and you're still driving with this in, or push it out and it extends. You see the extension right there, how it cuts. You see how it extends, and then it extends. In this area, it extends from in here. So it has two extensions. So you extend it like that, you put it down. So what we'll do is we're going to put Mr. Batman himself inside the trike. We'll pick him up, take him out like so. Move his accessories or his accessorios. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put his hands upwards, obviously. Actually, let me see where the cut is. Okay. I'm gonna put his head up like so. Extend his feet out like that. So we'll put the cape over here, right? So it will look like he's in it, like so. You push the legs all the way back. Then you have to, what do you call it? You have to put the hands in this way, like so. Oh boy. To give you the effect. Let's see. We got to push the hands in first. So let's do this. I'm gonna put this hand forward. Fine, put it forward. forward. My hand did not fall. Come on. Did not go forward. Did not go forward. Did not go forward. It sits where this goes like this. This hand goes in. And then he looks forward like this a little bit. And I think that's exactly the way it's supposed to be. Like so. So this is how he's supposed to fit in there. And then so that you can get a little bit, you could probably adjust him a little bit more. More than likely, this is how it goes. With that bend in. Yeah. And you know, that looks cool. That really looks cool. Like, I think that is fucking, excuse my language, freaking awesome. You know, with his cape with billowing back and extend it out. I think it looks great. I think it looks really, really cool. So, you know, I don't have nothing really bad to say about this trike, other than if you have the space, pick it up. I think you'll definitely enjoy it. I think it's worth every penny. I'm gonna put Batman who laughs there like he's about to try to run him over. You know, like he's a villain. And I think for being a vehicle for his first entry, I think he went the extra mile and showed a lot of love to what he wants to bring, not only to the adult collector market, but to the, you know, kids as well that want their hands on this stuff, you know. You know, it's Batman. I mean, every kid, or most kids, you know, love Batman. I think he's freaking cool, you know. So I think it looks great. This is really nice. But maybe Nightwing right here on the side, see if how he looks next to it too, alongside, facing Mr. Batman laughs. So yeah, guys, there it goes. There is my review, my unboxing, my overlook, my thoughts on these two pieces. I hope you enjoyed it very much, the way I enjoyed presenting it and doing it for you guys. Because without you guys, this is not worth it, and it's not possible, you know. It is what it is. It isn't possible without you guys. And you know, I enjoy when you guys enjoy. And you know, I love doing this. So let me know what you guys think down below about these two pieces. If you guys like them, if you guys don't like them, if you have them in your own collection, if you plan to buy them and add them to your collection, if my review and overlook actually enticed you or helped you get a better perspective, if you want to add them on, or if you don't care for them at all, you know, give a like with a thumbs up, give a dislike with a thumbs down, like always. And you know, let me know what you guys think in the bottom, and share it with someone you think might enjoy it. And remember, like I tell you guys, if you know you're new to my channel, welcome very much. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you subscribe, you know, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I know you don't have to, but remember, since you did, I consider you now part of my family. And if you guys ever want, from the kindness of your heart, to help me out in any way, shape, or form, so that I can continue doing content like this, or video game related, or something that you like, that you see on my channel in general, then guys, you know what you can do. It's all in the description below. I have some options between my PayPal and my Patreon. You guys can also find me on my Instagram and Facebook, if you guys so choose to. I am C Respect on Twitter. It's the information's down below, like I said. Thank you guys for stopping by. I had a lot of fun doing these. These are two spectacular pieces: the Batman Who Laughs and the Bat-raptor from the Mcfarlane Toys adult collectible DC Universe line, from Wave 1 and 2, obviously. See you guys in the next one. Happy hunting, happy collecting, good luck collecting out there. And as always, enjoy your figures because they're nothing more than special and bring happiness to us, obviously. See you in the next one, guys. Love you very much. Bye-bye and good night.